Can you tell me who you might be working with pretty soon? I hear you have an EP that's in the making. What should we look forward to in that?
It was a fun project. The EP, Fatso Presents the Skinny, is the full working title. Worked with some artists who I think are pretty bright, pretty brilliant, and some artists to look for. One artist by the name of London, he's signed to Motown Records currently. He's on a track with me called I Can Fix It. It's one of my favorite songs. Another artist by the name of Broadway. He's an independent artist now, but he's sitting down with labels almost every other week. You know, he's in the middle of choosing who he wants. He's got some lungs on him. And I mean, I just had a lot of different independent artists that helped me to bring my vision to light. And, it turned out pretty good. I liked it. I'm pleased with it. And I think that's the most important thing. I didn't have the major label play anyone telling me, we like that song, but can you redo it? I had the song that I decided that I liked. And that's what's on the EP.
Okay, cool. So how long have you been in the game?
Technically, I was registered with BMI at the age of 13.
Okay.
And I still have those paperwork to prove it. But I started writing at the age of 11.
All right. Well, how did you get that business savvy at such an early age? Was somebody behind you showing you the ropes, or, you know what I mean? Not everybody that jumps off. First, we just get out there in the hallway and spit. But you're saying you were registered with BMI at such an early age. How did that, you know what I mean? How did you get that?
You know what? I don't know how I got that. My dad, other than my dad, he's a businessman. He's probably one of the smartest businessmen I know. My mom is a sweet business woman as well. She's more of the softer businesswoman, but she's a good businesswoman. At that time, I was on a compilation CD. And I remember the gentleman who was putting that together, we talked a lot about publishing and owning it and getting your rights and all of that. So he had me to look into that at that age.
Okay.
And so I looked into it. And he had me do my own paperwork and everything. And that's when I got hip to it. So I had a little coaching with the gentleman who was putting the compilation together. But other than that, he told me what to do, and I needed to do it if I wanted to, have anything in mind.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
All right. Well, who's in your camp? Like I said, I checked out your MySpace page, and the photo, high resolution, the written text, grammar was accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love seeing people that look like me have it all put together. You know what I mean? I love seeing that. Now, how can I say you got such a keen eye of paying attention to detail and things in that area?
Who's in my camp? My supporters. What you saw that was written came from one of the brightest writers that I know, my sister.
Okay.
My older sister. She's had a career in writing for some time, contracts and things like that. That's my camp. My camp are my close supporters. I have a small team. My management, Mr. Briggs' management, that's my actual extended family as far as the business side goes. But my personal camp are my supporters, myself, my sister, my mother, my father.
Cool.
That's my camp.
Small circle, strong circle. That's cool. All right. So what should we look forward to with new projects coming up, or anybody you're working with? You know what I mean, that you want to further elaborate on?
Sure. First and foremost, no matter what I'm doing in the future, what I have planned, I'm always open to working and listening, and I'm willing to work with anyone who wants to work with me or give it a try. So that's for any independent. I have a passion for independent artists, independent anything. So any independent artist who's willing to work with me, I'm more than willing to give it a try. I do have some things that we kind of foresee in the future with some other independent artists. My extended family, Tamika Jones, Tabria. I have a few artists in my family that I want to work with. But outside of that, any independent artist or artist with a name who's willing to work with me, I'm more than willing to do the same.
Cool. Now, as far as being independent, because like I said, the way you look right now, it looks like you're already being carried by a label. I mean, and that might actually scare some labels away, because they probably feel like, well, there's nothing much we can offer this guy. You know what I mean? Because he's doing it himself. Is that something that you shy away from, or are you looking for a label major signing?
I think you made a very good statement, a strong statement. What can they offer me? As an independent artist, we get up and we go with what we have around us. I have a small family, a small team. My management label, we don't have many stars. It's a tight knit family, so I can be a star on that in that genre. With my team on a major label. Not to say that they're not good and they don't work for some people, but for some artists, it hurts them, because on a major label, some major labels can't afford the artists the time that they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I'm not looking for that. Now, if it's a situation where they can offer me something more than what, or better for my team and my family, I'm happy for it and we'll work it out. But majorly speaking, if they can afford to offer me the time that I believe that I deserve, it's not often that you can go out and sit and eat with, the president of a record label, of a major record label. But at a small family, a small management company, we hang out.
Okay. Cool. All right, being that we're in the DMV, and for people that don't know, that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Tell me a little bit about what do you think about the current state of the political affairs? I mean, with President-elect Barack Obama. Can you speak on that?
Talib Kweli said, this is my favorite line. He said, "I don't fuck with politics. I don't even follow it." Okay. That's my line. Obviously, I think that's a great situation. I've got my reservations in different ways, but I'm very, very happy about the situation. Let's not get that confused at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good thing for our community. It's a good thing for America. It's a good thing for the world. But that's as far as I go with it.
Really?
Yeah, that's as far as I go. I don't get all twisted and tangled up in that, because every day I'd be going up and down emotionally. I wouldn't be able to write music well.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. And that's my job.
All right.
At least I hope I can keep that job.
All right. Well, within music and outside of music, what is your passion? What is your primary passion? I know music is, but what drives you? I mean, what will we expect, or should we expect to hear in your music?
What drives me, what you can expect outside of music, I have a passion for people as well. For example, for the event that we do every Tuesday at the Cardinals Nest, I pitched an idea to my manager, courtesy of my sister, which we think along the same lines, but it was her idea, to have the patrons come and bring in a blanket, bring in some gloves, bring in any gently used anything to keep somebody else warm. And personally, ourselves, after the event each night, we'll walk to the parks where people sleep and pass out those blankets. We'll walk to the office buildings where people sleep and pass out them gloves, or whatever we get that night. If it's not too damaged and clean, we'll take it out and give it to somebody who ain't got the home to sleep in. I got passionate people. Anything I can do. We got a clothing campaign coming up with some T-shirts where people can get involved with cancer and HIV, lupus, the diabetes, things that affect our community, to where the T-shirt is not saying I'm the king of New York, but who's got the cure? www.hiv.com. You can do something. You know what I mean? So we're working on that now. But I got a passion outside of music. It's music and people for me, and that's the honest to God truth about it.
That's big. Cool. All right. So that I don't keep you limited or in a box with my limited questions, tell the world something that you want them to hear from you, and we'll close from here.
First and foremost, I appreciate the opportunity to sit and speak with you. I think this is a wonderful interview. It's one of my earlier ones. It's one of my first interviews. I had a couple more, but this is one that's going to be seen in a few different places, which I appreciate the opportunity for. Not show to my record label, UT, for sitting down with me. I appreciate the opportunity. There's not much more. I mean, I don't like to do a lot of talking other than my music.
Okay.
So if it's something that anybody has for me, there's plenty of ways to find me. Fatso NJ, that's on MySpace. You can Google Fatso NJ and it comes up. Websites, it'll all be there for you to see. Any questions for me, I'm happy to answer or to discuss.
Well, I'm sure they'll be looking for you.
Hope so.
All right, be good, man.
Thank you, T. Cool. Appreciate it.
Unsigned.